client following with what we have?
Company code.
We have a company code. I'm mentioning as CC 1000. Okay, just for example, client company code. I'm taking one more company code. Okay, one. I'll explain you. Okay, all those things. Another company code, what we have?
Plant.
We have plants. So I'm taking it as some plants like PLA1, PLA2, and I can take PLA3 and PLA4. Okay, under plant what we have, guys?
Storage locations.
Storage location. Under plant we have storage location. So I'm taking it as SL1, storage location 1 is SL1 and SL2. So if you want, I can mention it for all the plants. So every plant have their respective storage locations, means where they will store the goods and all. Now this is MM part, where the organization structure will end here itself, right? The org structure will end here, means what? The last level color. So this is the last level where you can see the stock, the respective stocks that you received to this plant, the respective storage location. You can see the stock only in this level, in the MM, the materials management. Okay, suppose if you are supporting for MM, not EWM, MM means materials management. Okay, if you are supporting for MM, the level of visibility of stock, the level of visibility where you can see the stock ends with the storage location. If someone asks you, if they give you some material, for this material how much stock is available, can you please check it? You can go to the plant and you can see the stock, and you can tell that for this respective material we have some kind of quantity, 100 quantity, but you don't have visibility to check, okay, where exactly stock is available in the storage location. Storage location is not very small, right? It's a big part where it's managed under EWM part, if you have a managing an EWM module. Now what I will do, I am creating here something called warehouse. This is something new for you. This is something called warehouse. This one I will link it to what, guys? There should be some link here. There should be some link between the MM and EWM part. If I want to manage the stock visibility at warehouse level, I want to link what here?
Dummy warehouse.
Dummy
Plant
warehouse.
And store location.
Storage location.
Storage location, exactly. This dummy warehouse is just something which you cannot see in the real physically, but systematically you need to create a dummy warehouse to manage it. So what I will do, I'm going to create a dummy warehouse, a 3-digit dummy warehouse. I'm creating dummy warehouse. And to link what now? For dummy warehouse, I need to link what? Here, whatever the
Plant and store location.
Plant
For
and
plant.
respect to storage location. So plant will be already assigned here. Just you need to assign the storage location. Now what I will do? This dummy warehouse will assign to what? Dummy warehouse
Warehouse.
will assign to what?
EWM warehouse.
EWM warehouse. Dummy warehouse to EWM warehouse. Now, if you see correctly, dummy warehouse assigned to the warehouse of EWM. I am mentioning it as EWM here, not to have a confusion. This one I am mentioning it as MM part, okay. This one I am mentioning it as EWM part. So if you have any questions, just ask me, okay. Now in this warehouse, what is the next level of organization unit? In this warehouse, what is the next level? The below level of warehouse.
Storage type.
Storage types. I'm making 3 to 4 storage types I'm taking. I'll show you, okay, storage types and all. Means what? In this warehouse, if you are receiving the stock, there are different kind of materials you will receive, right? You will not store all the materials in one storage. Suppose if you are receiving some kind of liquids you need to store in certain temperature. So you need to move to one of the storage type where you have already certain temperature fixed in that area. If you are receiving some kind of raw materials from the supplier, if you are receiving some kind of raw materials that can be stored in normal temperature, you can directly store it here. Suppose if you are receiving some kind of fixed pallets, means if you are purchasing some kind of pallets, then you are receiving to the respect to storage type. So there are different ways or different kind of materials that we receive to the warehouse. Different kind of materials will receive to the warehouse. So we cannot store all different kind of materials in one place. All different kind of materials in one place. We have different storage types. If you go real time, there are almost like 10 to 15 storage types will be there. 10 to 15 storage types. High racks, low racks, bulk area, or any kind of quarantine area. Suppose this quarantine area is something like a real time, where what will happen in some cases, once the vendor sends the raw materials to you, you need to keep it in certain temperature for certain hours. Suppose all materials that you are receiving from the vendor, that material, all quantities that you are receiving for the respective material, you want to do the quality checkup. Before you use it, you want to perform the quality checkup. So you can move it to the quarantine area and you can keep it in quarantine area. Or else vendor will give some instructions, okay. Once I deliver to this to you, you are not supposed to use it for production for some time. You need to at least keep 24 hours in quarantine that material, because of chemical composition or any kind of certain requirements of chemicals. You are not supposed to use for certain period of time. In that case only this quarantine will come into picture. The separate storage type will be there where system will prefer, where system will suggest that material to go to quarantine directly. That we will see, okay. That's full of configuration part, okay. Now under storage types what we have, so we will not discuss it more now. Only up to here you remember, okay. Later part we will discuss later. So first we have MM side, we have client, company code and plans, and under plans we have storage location. Now one simple question to you guys, There are multiple storage locations are available here under different plans. Under different plans, multiple storage locations are there. In this, only the storage location is managed under EWM. What about remaining guys?
Those will be managed under IM.
All the storage locations?
I mean, if we assign it to EWM, then it will be, otherwise it will be considered as IM storage locations.
See, in this plan there are two storage locations. Okay, this one is managed under EWM, is linked to EWM, but this is not linked to EWM, right?
Yes.
So this is managed under any kind of third party or else IM managed storage location. And plan 2, we have two storage locations. So we didn't link it to any of the warehouse. Suppose if you link SL2 to a different warehouse, this is dummy warehouse, right? Dummy warehouse, I'm mentioning it as warehouse 1, WH1. Suppose if you wanted to manage this one also in EWM, so you need to have a new warehouse because this plant is different. Normally, we suggest them to go with a new warehouse. Storage location 1, a new warehouse will create and will assign this storage location to the respective warehouse of EWM. But don't worry about these things now. Now just think that in plant 1, storage location 1 is managed by the EWM. Means what? Only for this respective storage location, if someone asks you where is the exact stock located, you can tell them that in this respective stock is located in the respective area. Exact area we can mention. Exact area we can mention. A simple example I will tell you. Okay, if you go to More, everyone knows about More, right? More supermarket. So it is somewhat big area. Okay, just think it's a More is a very big area. So you wanted to find some kind of fruits, but you don't know where exactly it is located, or some kind of a material you require, some kind of thing you require, but you are not able to find it. But what you will do, you will go to the respective counter guys and you will ask, okay, do we have this material? Do we have this material in the More? What you will do, immediately you will search it, the system, and you will tell that yes, it is available. This is one example. Yes, this is available, sir. This is inside somewhere. Can you please go and check? This is one example. And there is one more example, and he will tell that this material is available, sir, and it is available in the straight second row, third column. You can see this material, sir. If you go straight second row, third column, you can see the respective material available, sir. Which one is easy now? Which one is more flexible to manage the warehouse now? Either this one or this one?
Second one with EWM.
The second one, we have full visibility of the material. How much is available? How much quantity is available? Where exactly it is available? All those things. Not only where exactly it's available. Okay, the available stock which is there in the respective bins, they can see the material expiry date also in the system itself. When that is expiring, all those details we can see in the system itself. So the visibility of the respective stocks available in the warehouse in the EWM, we can have a perfect view actually of a material, what we are receiving, what we are sending, how much stock we are receiving, how much stock we are sending, are we wasting any stock or not? So are we the usage of stock is correct or wrong? Is someone is doing some kind of magics or some kind of tricks? So all those things are visible in the warehouse. Okay, now tell me one thing. Okay, we have plant available here, storage location available here, plant storage location available here, right? Now in EWM, do we need plant and storage location?
No,
In
no.
EWM, sorry,
No, no,
no,
no,
not required.
not required. The
I
plant
think
will act like a
required.
warehouse.
Required. Why it is required? Interview question. Why we need plant in EWM? When we have warehouse, it is linked to the plant. But why we need plant exact plant? We need plant number actually. We need plant number in EWM. Why? There is one reason. Plant number we'll call in EWM as PED. Party and entity to dispose. Why we need this plant? A simple interview question, okay? There is a reason, a very big reason for this one. Plant is required in EWM. One example I will tell you, okay? Just to understand more in deep the concept. You know godowns, right? The where you will store the farmers exactly. The farmers will be there, where they will store their respective goods. It can be tobacco, it can be any kind of chana dal, something and all. They will store in godowns. Do anyone aware of this one? Godowns. The farmers will
Yes,
store
Yes.
in godowns. Hope everyone knows, right? Or else can I show the picture?
It's like cold storage.
Cold storage. Okay, the cold storage. Anything is fine. Vegetables also they will store. Okay. So if you see, this is a cold storage. Okay. So this is the cold storage. Small example I am taking. Okay. This is a cold storage where they are storing vegetables. Now, this cold storage belongs to whom, guys? The owner of the cold storage is whom? Do you think that whoever is storing the stock here, they are the owners of this cold storage or different person?
Different person.
Different person.
Different person, right? So the owner of this cold storage is a different person. But what about these materials, guys? What about these vegetables? The owner of these vegetables are same or different? I mean, see, you can see the vegetable stored in this section, the vegetable stored in this section, and in the middle there is one more section. So do you think that the owner of these vegetables are same or different?
Different farmers.
Different.
Obviously it is different because cold storage generally we will use where we will accept materials from different kind of peoples. Different kind of peoples will come and they will store their goods in the cold storage. Now suppose we are discussing about a company now. We are discussing about a company. Now tell me one thing. One warehouse can be linked to how many plants? One warehouse can be linked to how many plants?
multiple.
Multiple. Exactly. Good. One warehouse can be linked to multiple plants. You are right. Now tell me one more thing. How do you differentiate the stock now? If you are storing multiple plant stock into one warehouse, how will you differentiate the stock? You get the question?
There should be some unique identification.
Sorry, can you please
Based
speak loud?
There should be some unique identification for that
Ah,
material in the warehouse.
now the same thing I am asking. Okay, two different plants are storing their stock in one warehouse. So two different plants will have same plant number or two different plant numbers which is unique with respect to plant.
two different plant numbers.
When the two different plants are involved here, plant 1, plant 2. Plant 1 is 1000, plant 2 is 2000. Example. Plant 1 is 1000 and plant 2 is 2000. Right? Now, plant 1 stock came into the warehouse. I can show you the picture if you want to be clear. Let me remove these things. Okay. So as a EWM consultant, you need to think more. Okay. So in this case, I am taking this production out. Okay. So in this case, a simple example I am telling you. Why it is confusing? Let me remove that. So this is my warehouse. Okay. This is a real-time example. Okay. What I am telling is like. So these are like productions. This production is outside of warehouse. Okay. In this case, the production is outside of the warehouse. Production happening. So this is production one I am telling, or as work center one I am taking. Okay. Production or work center. But for your reference, I will take as production only. But after 1 month, I will tell you as real examples. Okay. With right naming conversions, I will tell you. Production one, production 2000. I will take production 1000, production 2000. This 1000 plant and this 2000 plant production. Now this is the warehouse. Okay. Now plant 1 is producing the goods. Plant 1 is producing the goods, and plant 2 also producing the goods. Plant 2 also producing the goods. Now plant 1 stock will come into the same warehouse. This is a very big warehouse where it can store high level of stocks. So I have multiple storage types. This is a warehouse. Now when the plant 1 produces this stock, it needs to be stored in the warehouse only, because in this production unit there is no storage at all. You are not supposed to store any kind of materials here. When the production is done, there is one vehicle ready here where they will load the goods into the vehicle and they will ship to the warehouse. When they ship to the warehouse, they'll store the stock in the respective area. This area is just think that they are storing the stock in this area. They are storing the stock in this area. Wow. What I can do. Okay, I am storing this material in this area. Now this material also will come into the picture here, and this material also storing in this area only. This material also storing in this area. So I am keeping two different colors just to understand yourself, but in the real time whole company will have the same packing. We cannot differentiate by packing. Okay, just to differentiate here, this material got produced by 1000 and this material got produced by the 2000 plant. Now the warehouse should know which stock belongs to which plant. Which stock belongs to which plant now. So differentiate that. How do you differentiate? By SAP standard, SAP has given some functionality that is called as PED, party entitled to dispose. Party entitled to dispose. Each and every quantity of the respective material, system will display the owner. PD is nothing but a owner of the stock. Party entitled to dispose. Owner of the stock. Let me show you one system. Can you see here, guys? So this is the product. You can see the respective product means material. How much quantity is available? 15, 5, 20, 200. So different kind of stocks available here. Means you receive different dates you received, or different time you received, or different bin it was stored. So system will differentiate everything. Okay, system will not mix up. Like in ECC, the whole quantity you can see in one line item. Okay, in this plant, in this storage location, we have quantity of 1724. It will show only 1724. But when you come to EWM level, it will show here different quantities like this with multiple line items. Why it will show different line items? Because in case you received the stock with different deliveries, different time periods, different dates, different expiry dates, different bins, different storage types. In this case, system will show different line items. And if you see here, there's one field called party entitled to dispose. Party entitled to dispose. Here I maintained as test 1, 2, 3, but in the real time, in the real company side, you can see the respective plant number here. If the plant is 1000, you can see the plant number. The extension code will be there. Okay, 0001 or 001, whatever it may be. As per the requirement, they'll keep the extension numbers, but plant number will be mixed in that, so that they can identify, okay, this stock belongs to this plant, this stock belongs to this plant in this warehouse only. Only in case the warehouse is managed by two plants or multiple plants. If the warehouse is managed by multiple plants, then only you can see different party entitled to dispose. But in case, but I'm telling you, 80% of the cases in EWM, 80% of the cases in EWM, one warehouse, they will link it to only one plant. One warehouse, only one plant, and one storage location. Okay, the final location will be only one location where they are storing the goods. And 20% of the cases, they will link two plants to one warehouse. It means that what? Two different plants stock, they are receiving it to, where is I maintain it here? Two different plants, they're receiving the stock into only one warehouse. This case is also live. Okay, my current company where I am working, I have this case, I have this scenario. Two different plants, one warehouse. Okay, but difference is only one thing. Okay, you can see the difference with the PED here. Party and delivery, suppose you can see the difference.
Ram, but
Yeah.
here physically how it will be determined? Like for example, here there is a same bin where two products with same characteristic are placed in there from two different plants. So then how means user identify when they pick that good from the bin?
Good question. Okay, so you're asking, the question was how user will pick the right pallet,
Yeah.
right?
So,
First thing is like, why user will pick? Is his own decision to pick the pallet?
that means basically at the time of dispatch, if there is some sales order outbound delivery is created,
Exactly. I got your question. Some sales order is there. Some customer is waiting here. Your question is wait. Some customer is waiting here that he requested one material. Now what it will happen? Your question is like how the user will come to the respective storage type and respective bin. How user knows that, okay, this pallet belongs to this 2000. We need to ship to the customer. This one belongs to 1000. How to ship to the customer? This is our question, right?
Yes, right.
Normally, user don't have any authority to select which pallet to be picked. User don't have any authority. System is having authority here. When the sales order is ready here, system